What's up, fam? I just walked in the house, but while I was in commute to coming home, I was able to watch Preachers of LA on my phone via YouTube. I just finished watching episode 6. Uh, this particular episode, you know how I get down. I take, I guess the main subject of the episode, and I take out of myself my own testimony, and I share it with you guys if you guys hadn't already noticed. But this particular episode hits home for me because Diedrich talks about getting to know his father, his past, him becoming a man, having kids, being a husband. Those things play into your future, to what you become. And that's one thing I've realized even in my own life. Nothing is just the way it is. There's always a reason why. If you're going through something that might seem outlandish or even what may be a struggle, it's a reason why. It's because maybe your mama, your father, or your aunt, your uncle, somewhere in your bloodlines, in a generation or anything like that, it could possibly be the reason why you're having the struggles that you're having now, whether you realize it or not. So that's why it's good sometimes to do research, and you have to prepare yourself for the worst, because when you dig deep, you find a lot of stuff that maybe you didn't want to know, but it'll all work together if you let it. And with Diedrich, he found out that his father was a good man. He was just always on the go. He was a rolling stone, you know what I'm saying? And Diedrich did not want to become that man, you know what I'm saying? Having kids and not marrying the wife and having kids here. You can easily become the people that you despise if you don't be careful. And even in my own personal individual life, I found that in myself, you know what I'm saying? And even now, I have the fear of being inadequate, that a woman would want to marry me, feeling inadequate, that when I become a father, how can I do or become something I've never seen? I've never had any man close to me where I can see how to be a father, how to be a husband, like nobody. My uncle died like in 1997. I mean, I don't have no brothers or sisters, you know what I'm saying? My little brother is 8 years old. He can't show me how to be a man. I have to teach him how to be a man. And it's like, who was there or who's there to teach me how to be something that you've never seen? If I say, do the backhead bounce and you see me do it, it'll be easy to mock it because you see me doing it. Now, if somebody said, do the backhead bounce, it's like you kind of got to figure out, like, you got to kind of figure it out. Just a silly example. But it's just like that. And I trust God that God, some way, somehow, God has a wife for me. That when I do become a father, regardless of what the situation may be with me and the baby's mother or my wife or whatever situation may be, because sometimes marriages do end, and as you can see, a whole lot of relationships are ending for whatever reason. You never know, so you got to be careful how you judge or point the fingers. But even after 18, 20 years, 5 years, relationships just ending left and right. I always want to take care of my kids. I always want to have the responsibility to show them how to be a man or a woman of God. You understand what I'm saying? To do the best that I can, even if it's through trial and error, just to be there. You understand what I'm saying? I never want to be absent. Well, I don't know my daddy. Xavier was a rolling stone. I've made my mistakes, you know what I'm saying? But I just trust God. God is going to show me how to do it some way, somehow. And even doing research on my father, so to speak, and seeing how the escrows are, I found a lot of hurt, a lot of pain that I was experiencing, a lot of things that I wasn't pleased with. And it was more so on his end. And I'll never forget this. He told me many years ago that his father wasn't there for him either. And now when I look back on it, I'm thinking, how ironic is that for him to say? And he turned around and disappeared on me again. Being a deadbeat daddy, he took care of somebody else's kids and abandoned his own. That hurts. And for years and years and years, even up until recently, so to speak, it's like I've wrecked my brain trying to figure out, what did I do to him? You know what I'm saying? Even though he was a deadbeat dad to his own kids, even though we've got the shorter end of the stick, and he took care of somebody other family primarily, I was the one that got the worst of it for whatever reason. And I could never understand. I'm like, if you're gonna be a deadbeat, just be a deadbeat to everybody. Don't, kind of pick and choose, and then, treat this child worse and treat this child better. And then I've seen what my brother before me, I think my brother that's under me, he's like 23 and I'm 25. I think he's 23 or 24. He's married now. And, I have another brother that's like 40 years old, my dad's kids. But for my mom, it's only me and my little brother. So it's just, you have all these questions and things that'll wreck your mind. But to sum it all up, God is my father. I've had, and I make it sound easy, but it's a process. It may take years and years to heal and mend. It may take a lifetime. But I believe that we're always in the process of knowing, the process of forgiving, the process of finding out who we are, because we're ever evolving. We're humans. And so even when we think we're over something, we may have the best intentions, but we may not be over it as we may think. And it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fall, but get back up. Pick up your feelings, pack up your feelings, say goodbye, and say hello to the future, to everything that God has for you. And that's one thing I didn't want to miss. I didn't want to be in so much pain trying to point the finger. Oh, well, I'm like this because my daddy like this. Oh, I'm a deadbeat daddy because ain't nobody showed me how to be a daddy. I'm a deadbeat husband because my daddy was a deadbeat husband, or whatever situation may be. You have to come to the point where you can no longer pick. If you can see the problem, then you can fix the problem. So I just kind of wanted to share that. I wanted to get deep, not too deep, but I just encourage you to find out things that you want to know. You know what I'm saying? If you dig deep, don't be surprised, but I think it's important for you to know your past. Ask questions. It's going to make people uncomfortable, but if it's that serious to you, if you feel that in your heart, do what you have to do. All right? I love you guys. Be blessed. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. If you want to talk about anything, inbox me. I'll make a video about it. I'll respond to you. Just let me know what's up. Be blessed. Stay driven.